wow, this is why this guy was so good, like it, where he was. Like you just kind of, they feel like, okay, this is
Definitely. I mean, sometimes, you go home, those times in spring practice, we went home, like, man, why did we do that drill all day? Or why would we do this or that? That drill was hard, and then you just step back like, oh, I understand now. Like, this is why, his teams have been successful. It's just a little thing. And every coach has his niche. Every coach approaches things a little differently. But, his ways has worked and it's been effective.
It seems like he asks a lot of you guys, whether it be the off season or the pace of practice and stuff like that. Could you see it being hard if he didn't have that track record to say, what in the world are we doing this for?
I guess you would second guess yourself sometime. Even now you might second guess. It's like, do we really need to do that? But like his thing is there's a reason he asked us to do something, and there's going to be a point in time where we're going to be like, oh, that's why we did that. Maybe it might be in the middle of the game, and you might catch yourself doing something you did in a drill. It would be something as small as taking stepping with your right leg first instead of false stepping with your left or something like that. It's just that those little things that he harps on, I think, will make a big difference in the long run.
Talk about your rise. I mean, you played behind some pretty good people at Ohio State. Never really had that golden opportunity maybe till last year. Just getting that chance and taking advantage of it last year, this year. Just maybe talk about all the time you put in to get to this point.
My career has been probably not by the books, how most people would say, but that's in the past for me. I'm excited to be where I'm at. I would never change. If I could do it all over again, I'd still come to Ohio State. Everything, I love it here. But yeah, it's been fun. The rise is played behind a lot of great guys, James Laurinaitis, and I think it's cool because I can kind of pick little things from everybody that I've seen, whether it be Brian Rowe, Ross Holman, James Laurinaitis, or Austin Spiller. Everybody does something a little different, and it's cool to see how different aspects of different people's game can work for them.
Shazier, what's he shown this summer or this spring to show that he's ready to take that next step?
Ryan has showed a lot of commitment. I think is one of the biggest things he's shown. Obviously, you guys know he was a lot smaller. I think he's up to around 230 now. He still runs like a gazelle, and his just commitment and his want to, as well as Curtis Grant. Curtis has done a 360 spin as far as from when he came in to where he's at now. As far as his approach, his demeanor, his work ethic, I feel, and just everything. I think, and I'm just excited to play with those guys because I have all the confidence in the world with both of them. They have a lot of ability, and I think they can do great things.
Have they talked about who'll be repping in the middle? I mean, you figure Curtis will be there, but Kroll, is anybody else kind of lined up there right now? Or?
Honestly, I don't know.
No, on the first day when you get there, yeah?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and find out for that.
How about the young guys? Perkins, Perry, Roberts, they came in this spring. Some of them did, really made some impact. Who out of that group's really kind of impressed you?
No, it's hard. It's hard to say. To say one jumps out at me. I think they all bring something different to the table. Josh is a big athletic kid who's has through the roof potential. Luke Roberts is another kid who is a very, very smart player, student of the game, studies film like no other. It's just every kid brings something different. David Perkins can run like a gazelle, great athlete. Jamal's the same way. It's hard to really pinpoint one guy. But I think the potential in that room is, in my opinion, it may be better than it's ever been. But potential can only take you so far.
As Coach Meyer kind of lays that foundation, what kind of message has he maybe sent to the team a little bit in terms of penalties for some of the off-the-field incidents? And along with that, how Jack and Coach Stomer kind of responded? I know a lot of the guys said they've been working pretty hard over the summer.
Well, I think as far as how we lay the foundation, Coach Meyer harps on act like a man, get treated like a man, and I think it's just that's pretty much I guess my answer to that. I mean, there's mistakes, and he understands his mistakes. But when there's mistakes, you have to pay the cost. It's just how it is, and I think we understand that as a team. And as far as Jack and Jake, I think they're doing great. Obviously, it hurt them a lot, their situation. But they've through it all, they've shown great leadership. They haven't gone down. I've seen them working harder than they have. They're slowly getting back with the team and doing team stuff. And I know it hurt those guys a lot when they were suspended or whatnot, because this team means a lot to those guys.
It's especially tough after everything you guys went through last year. It seems like that would be you guys had kind of turned the page, new coach, new beginnings, new kind of just moving forward, and then it had to be tough for those guys to kind of almost flash back to everything you guys went through.
I mean, I can't speak for them, but I do know that they were hurt by the situation, and they were disappointed by the situation. But us as a team, we're behind them the whole way, and we still love those guys as brothers. So nothing's really changed.
As a senior class, how are you guys kind of? I don't know if changing the culture is the right word, but just in terms of personal accountability, it seems like the senior class is really trying to take hold of that Coach Meyer preaches.
Well, because as a senior class, we're the leaders. The young guys are going to look up to you, whether they like to admit it or not. The young guys are going to do what you do. If they see you do something wrong, they're going to think it's okay for them to do it. If they see you miss a rep in the weight room, they might miss a rep in the weight room. It's just your team's going to be as good as your seniors are. If we're not very good, our team probably wouldn't be very good. It starts from the top down. And I think Coach Meyer's done a great job of putting that, implementing that in our heads, and we're just trying to carry it on throughout the team.
Is it weird for you being so much older than the other linebackers on the team? Because you guys, there's no real in between. It's fifth year senior and then sophomores and freshmen.
I kind of feel like the grandpa in the room, but it's cool though. I think I look around sometimes like, wow, I didn't come in with any of these guys in here, but the guys, I love being around them. They're a funny bunch. I don't know, maybe I'm just old, but they do some things that I just die laughing sometimes, and I guess you could say it keeps me young, even though I'm not that old. But it's a fun time. We laugh. They do some things sometimes that you're just like, why'd you do that? What made you do that? But it keeps you young. I like it.
What are those? Is there anything you can mention that without embarrassing anybody?
Oh man, it's something on everybody. Ryan sometimes I get on him. He wears some crazy things sometimes. His shorts might be too short. His pants might be he's just a funny kid. Curtis, you never know what Curtis is gonna do. It's just everybody has. We have fun with it, We pull up old pictures of each other, whether it be old rivals pictures, and we might just send it. We might have a group text message, just send it to each other, and we'll just crack jokes on each other all day. We'll do it for like 4 hours, and then get to the Woody Hayes and just mess around with each other. It's a good time. It's all in good fun, but we have a good time with it.
You guys ever send any of those old photos to Coach Fick or?
Oh
Coach
yes,
Rabel?
we do. We do, and we have one. I think we had one recently. We sent to Coach Fick, and he said he was going to put it up in the meeting room during camp. So it's we have a good time with it, and I think it's good. Keeps the mood nice. In the room. When it's time to work, we're definitely working, but we have fun. We have fun while we do it.
What's Coach Fick like right now? I mean, compared to maybe a year ago, right now.
The good thing about Coach Fickle is, he's not going to change. What you get with him, whether he's bothered by something or not, his demeanor is not going to change towards his attitude towards it won't change. Coach Fickle is very straightforward. His honesty. He's going to tell you when he doesn't like something, and he basically has the same mindset as Coach Meyer when it comes to you act like a man, you get treated like a man, and that's that's something I respect and I admire him for that.
Does he seem maybe a little bit more at ease though? A little bit less stressed, or no? He's just the same.
I really haven't noticed a difference, so I really can't tell you.
Having him back with you guys, has that been?
Yeah, I mean it's been good because at least for me, I've known him. We know what to expect from each other. Like I said before, we're usually on the same page. You know, we know what to expect, whether it be on the field or off the field. You know, we can watch a play together, and we're thinking the same thing. We're on the same page. You know what I'm saying? I think that's good when we're all on the same page. We all accomplish the same goal.
Going back to high school, was Florida a school that you considered? Did you have any interaction with Coach Meyer during his time there? Just who were the schools you were serious about at the end?
At the end, I was serious about USC, Ohio State, and Florida. Okay. So yes, I met Coach Meyer throughout recruiting, and I thought he was a great coach. Personally, I wanted to get out of the state of Florida to experience something new. But I did meet Coach Meyer throughout recruiting.
Who was recruiting you for Florida? What would have been Coach Drayton, would it, or was it?
No, it was Charlie Strong, I believe.
Okay.
You were 17 when you got to Ohio State, weren't you?
Yes.
Did you ever look back and think like, wow, that was? Usually, guys are a little bit older than you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Was it kind of an adjustment period, just being that young, and kind of setting out on your own, I guess?
No, I think maybe it forced me to grow up a little faster, but I don't really think about that now.